The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, when a man expresses a vow pledging the value of lives to the Lord, the fixed value of a male shall be as follows. From 20 years old until 60 years old, the value is 50 silver shekels according to the holy shekel. And if she is a female, the value is 30 shekels. If the person is from 5 years old until 20 years old, the value of a male shall be 20 shekels, while that of a female shall be 10 shekels. If the person is from 1 month old till 5 years old, the value of a male shall be 5 silver shekels, while the value of a female shall be 3 silver shekels. And if the person is 60 years old or over, if it is a male, the value shall be 15 shekels, while for a female it shall be 10 shekels. But if he is too poor to pay the valuation amount, he shall stand him up before the Kohen, and the Kohen shall evaluate him according to how much the one who is vowing his value can afford. Now if an animal of whose type is fit to be brought as an offering to the Lord, whatever part of it the person donates to the Lord shall become holy. He shall not exchange it or offer a substitute for it, whether it be a good one for a bad one, or a bad one for a good one. But if he does substitute one animal for another animal, both that one and its replacement shall be holy. And if it is any unclean animal, or whose type shall not be brought as an offering to the Lord, then he shall stand up the animal before the Kohen. The Kohen shall then evaluate it, whether it is good or bad, like the evaluation of the Kohen, so shall it be. But if he redeems it, he shall add its fifth to its value. And if a man consecrates his house to be holy to the Lord, the Kohen shall evaluate it, whether good or bad, as the Kohen evaluates it, so shall it remain. But if the one who consecrated it redeems his house, he shall add to it a fifth of its valuation money, and it shall be his. And if a man consecrates some of the field of his inherited property to the Lord, the valuation shall be according to its sowing, an area which requires a chomer of barley seed as 50 silver shekels. Now if he consecrates his field from when the Jubilee year has ended, it shall remain at its full valuation. But if he consecrates his field after the Jubilee, the Kohen shall calculate the money for him according to the remaining years until the next Jubilee year, and it shall be deducted from the valuation. If the one who consecrated it redeems the field, he shall add to it a fifth of the valuation money, and it shall be his. But if he does not redeem the field, and if he has sold the field to someone else, it may no longer be redeemed. For when the field leaves in the Jubilee, it shall be holy to the Lord. Like a field devoted, his inherited property shall belong to the Kohen. And if he consecrates to the Lord a field that he had acquired that is not part of his inherited property, the Kohen shall calculate for him the amount of the valuation until the Jubilee year, and he shall give the valuation on that day holy to the Lord. In the Jubilee year the field shall remain to the one from whom he bought it, namely the one whose inherited land it was. Every valuation shall be made according to the holy shekel, whereby 1 shekel is the equivalent of 20 gerahs. However, a firstborn animal that must be sacrificed as a firstborn to the Lord, no man may consecrate it, whether it be an ox or sheep, it belongs to the Lord. Now if someone consecrates an unclean animal, he may redeem it by paying the valuation. He may add its fifth to it, and if it is not redeemed, it shall be sold for the valuation price. However, anything that a man devotes to the Lord from any of his property, whether a person, an animal, or part of his inherited field, shall not be sold, nor shall it be redeemed, for all devoted things are holy of holies to the Lord. Any devoting of a person who has been devoted need not be redeemed, for he is to be put to death. Any tithe of the Lord, whether it be from the seed of the land or the fruit of the tree, it is the Lord's. It is holy to the Lord. And if a man redeems some of his tithe, he shall add its fifth to it. Any tithe of cattle or flock, of all that pass under the rod, the tent shall be holy to the Lord. He shall not inspect a tithed animal for good or a bad one, nor shall he offer a substitute for it. And if he does replace it, then both that one and its replacement are holy. It cannot be redeemed. These are the commandments that the Lord commanded Moses to tell the children of Israel on Mount Sinai.